you woke up in the morning and this towel was nice and toasty warm. Now, Megan's joined me, and how long have you been on HSN now?
10 years
this
month.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy
December
anniversary.
14th is my 10 years.
Well, happy anniversary. All right, well, Megan's joining me, but here's the thing. Recently when I was in Europe, and I've been to Europe a couple times, they all have towel warmers, racks on the wall. If you touch them, they're incredibly hot, but it was the first time I'd ever had a real warm towel. I'm like, why don't we have this concept here in the US? Because they're in every bathroom in Europe,
yes.
like every bathroom.
Yes.
Well, I love what we did here. This is so clever. Take the concept, but make it into a container.
Feel this.
Oh my gosh, this feels so, and the studio is so cold, you guys.
I have my socks in here, so imagine that you're wanting to cuddle up for a movie and you go, oh, okay, just give me 1 second, and you pull out your 50 by 60 inch blanket and you unfold this and you wrap yourself in warmth as you cozy up to a winter wonderland movie. And then you pull out your socks, your warm socks, and you just feel absolutely amazing. Now, of course, this is a towel warmer, so it's great for towels. If you just got your concierge towel, you're gonna love it for this. But the crazy thing is there's so many different ways that you can use it, from your bathrobes to your clothing, to your pajamas before you go to bed, your bathrobe when you get out of the shower, and of course, like we were just talking about, cuddling up with a movie.
Oh, I was thinking mittens, scarves, anything if you're about to go outside. Can you imagine just having this by your front door, and then all of a sudden you just pull out that winter hat, that, you know, the knit hat, and you put it on and you're so happy because you're so warm, or your hands are warm and your mittens are not freezing cold. Oh, this is heavenly, you guys. All right, we have two colors, and it's really a beautiful design. We have the silver or we have the gold, so there's two different options, and the gold and silver are both on the top handle and on the base.
That's right. So we've kept it very simple. One thing I love about Pure Enrichment is that everything's in the name. We keep everything really pure, these beautiful colors that match your decor, all white, either the brushed gold or the brushed silver, so it's truly gonna match any decor, but we enrich your life. This is all about bringing wellness to your home in the most luxurious way, but also at the most affordable prices. So this is how we're gonna bring that spa-like experience to the everyday boring moments of our life, right? Like, we're always gonna take a shower, but what if you could take a shower and then out came your brand new towel, and when you get out, instead of having those goose pimples, you're absolutely wrapped in warmth at 158 degrees. And it doesn't stop there, because this is large enough, 20 liters, that once I'm done with my towel, I pull out my bathrobe, because now I want to get ready for my day, and I have my full-length bathrobe to keep me. Let me feel this. I know you're already, she's going to start sweating.
I just grabbed another towel. I have to tell you, this is heavenly. It feels so good. So how many of you get up, you jump out of bed, you have to go to that really cold bathroom, you're freezing to death, just so you hit that tile and your feet are like frozen instantly. You jump in the shower, you're nice and warm in the shower, you open the shower curtain or door, and all of a sudden that cold breeze hits you again. And you're like, oh man, this is miserable. You don't have to be that way anymore. This is amazing to have that fancy kind of heated towel idea that they use all over Europe. They so have that figured out, but the problem with those in Europe is they're open. You literally, if you touch it wrong, you go, oh, how, that is hot. And they're rods, and they're usually attached to a wall. This I like so much better because it's kind of contained.
Yes, and we can, I mean, you and I, the second we sat down, we both started like hugging the outside of it, and it's nice and warm, but it is not hot to the touch. But inside, it gets up to 275 degrees. And I want you to think about it like your oven. We put our oven at 355 degrees to cook meat that's gonna get to 165. So although this gets to 275, your clothes are gonna get to 158. Your towels are gonna get to 158 degrees. So when I tell you you're gonna be wrapped in warmth, I mean literally, warmth is going to envelop you so that you're feeling just so comfortable. You're ready to tackle the day. You're ready to go outside and brave the winter, the 20 degrees that you might be stepping into. Somebody was telling me that they're like, oh my gosh, when I walk my dog in the morning, if I had this, when I come back from walking my dog, I can put on my socks or my slippers, or I can put on just a blanket and wrap myself up, and it would just add so much joy to such a simple little part of the day that it makes you happy. Like you're ready to go and conquer the rest of the day.
Well, imagine you put a scarf on before you go out to have to scrape the car and all the snow off of it.
Oh, so you can
put a warm scarf on,
you stay right
and then
here.
You're out there scraping the car.
I'm gonna go back here.
Okay.
So let's say you have it by the front door, and I'm heading out the door. I've got my hats, I've got my scarf, I've got my sweater or my jacket, and I have my mittens, and I close this off and I go about my day. But maybe when I'm coming home, I have more things in here, like my little Santa socks and towels or anything else that I might need. Maybe it's raining outside, and when you come in, now you have your towels. All of this is inside this 20-liter capacity. So what could you put in yours? Is it gonna be towels? Do you have, I know it's not the season, but do you have a swimming pool? When people get out of the pool and they're freezing cold, can you imagine having a towel that's nice and warm? My children make me put the towels in the dryer. They're like, please, can you put them in the dryer and bring them back to me?
Right.
And sometimes I'm really nice and I say yes. And most of the time I say, absolutely not, I'm not your servant. But with this, I could actually have this right by the pool. And of course, we don't put anything wet inside of here, but you put them in dry, and when you pull them out, then you're good to go.
Okay, show them how it works.
Okay, it's very simple. So right now we have it set on 60. So I'm just gonna hold this for about 3 seconds so that I can turn it off. You see that there's no lights going on here. When I push with a simple touch and I hold for 1, 2, 3, you see that flashing light? If it keeps flashing, it's set at 15. If I push it again, it goes to 30, 45, or 60. Once it's done flashing, it's ready to go.
But what is 60, 45, and 30 mean?
Oh, time. So 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 60 minutes. That's how long it's going to heat up for. So let's say you put it on for 60 minutes. It's going to heat up for 60 full minutes. It's going to auto shut off, so you don't have to worry about overheating anything. But it's still, you know, just like with your oven, it has to reduce its heat. So let's say it goes off and 10 minutes later you want something, it's still going to be warm for a good 10, 15 minutes after it shuts off.
Okay, so if I want it to be ready when I get out of the shower, I just hit the 30.
Yes.
And when it stops blinking, it's ready to go.
It's going to have a little beep.
Oh, it tells you.
But it's actually, it's warmed up after 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, no
It's
kidding.
just holding the heat for you, maintaining the heat.
So it warms up really fast.
It does warm up really fast. Again, it's going to go up to 158 degrees. It's just so warm.
So good.
It's so warm. Actually, I have my little heat gun right here. Let's see if we can see this. So from
Makes me so happy.
back here, can we see numbers? 128 degrees. But when I open this up and go inside, you see it jump to 176, 199 in there. So we're talking about some serious heat going on. And when you take out your towel, I'm telling you, it's just like Pure Enrichment. We have these amazing heating pads. We've sold out of all of our deluxes, but they heat up to 140 degrees. And people always talk about how amazing 140 degrees feels. This is 158. And our heating pads are very large, but they're not a 50 by 60 inch blanket. And please remember that this blanket and the matching red one that you have both came out of the same 20-liter single PureBliss Luxury Towel Warmer. So when I say this can hold some serious capacity, that means it's not just you that's gonna stay warm, it's everybody on the couch that gets to stay warm.
Oh, it's so true. And I mean, here's what's gonna be really, really cool is the first time you get out of the shower and you put the robe on, or you put that towel on. And then you go, oh my goodness, I am gonna move this out in the living room and put my blankets in there because we're getting ready for having a movie popcorn night with the kids or the grandkids, and everybody wants to snuggle up on that cold winter evening, right? Or think about this, how many of you crank your heat up all over the house? Why would you? If you're just gonna watch a movie and you wanna take kind of the edge off, just snuggle up in a warm blanket. That's all you need instead of having to crank the heat up to make sure the living room's warm enough to watch a movie. So in the long run, you might not have to run your heat as hard as you normally do in the winter if you're just gonna hang out. Also, can you imagine grabbing one of these as you're getting into that bed trying to go to sleep, and all of a sudden you just have this amazing warmth around you, and then it slowly fades, because I always get warmer as I'm sleeping, but I'm always cold when I start to go to bed.
So I want you to think about a heating pad and how you start sweating afterwards.
Yes, oh yeah.
Because you have it on for too long. Like, you want your heating pad to shut off at one point. That's not how it works when you're adding something that's warm that's not connected to electricity. So it's like it's becoming one with you, if that makes sense. And it's holding that warmth for a solid period of time until you're comfortable. And then you maintain your heat.
Here's what I would do. Honestly, once you start using this, because see, most of the time in Europe, they're only in the bathrooms and they're attached to the wall. You can't move them around.
Right.
Here's what I would do.
This can go anywhere.
Because we've got 1, 2, 3 giant bath towels in this one. I can still put a few more things in here, right?
You can.
So what you can do, imagine having 2 blankets in here, have it right beside your couch. And then when one gets cool, when you're ready for the next blanket, you swap them out because the other one will be ready by the time this one's cool again.
That's perfect. And you could just keep going.
But you know what's really interesting? There's something deep about the heat it's generating.
Yeah.
Can you explain that? What is that? It's not a heating pad heat.
No.
It's actually a deeper heat.
Well, we prefer, Pure Enrichment recommends 100% cotton, and cotton really holds on to that heat. And when cotton touches our skin, it really transfers that heat into our body, which penetrates deep inside.
Okay, got it.
So it just kind of holds it in. And again, a heating pad, we love heating pads. They usually cover up, you know, this big.
Yeah.
You're talking about 50 to 50 inches by 60 inches. So we're talking about our whole body being
and look,
heated
there's two of them in here. So it's not like you're the only one who gets to use it, or you only use it in the bathroom like they do in Europe. All they use it for is to heat towels up in the bathroom.
And quick tip, because it's cotton, throw a cotton ball in there with some essential oils, and you're talking about the optimum spa treatment for your luxurious day.
You deserve this, you know you do. You got the new towels, you might as well get heated towels.
Absolutely.
That's living the good life right there. Again, you can do it on a budget. We have 3 flex pays. You can pick this up, and it's on sale. It's supposed to be $150 tonight. We've even taken, I don't know what, 30 bucks off. I mean, that's huge.
And this is our debut. This is the first time we've ever released it at HSN.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, they're selling equally too. Either you want the gold, beautiful gold finish, or you want the beautiful